Okay, welcome back, folks. Let's Go Tripping Guy here. And here we are. This is what we're here for in this video. The Grass Lake Interpretive Trail. And we're going all the way around. Huh. Wonder if I should go walking all that way too. But I'll decide that later. Either that, I have to come all the way back. Yeah, what I'm going to do is go around and just walk through the next campground over there and down the road and then back again. So I am going to circle the entire lake. So here we go. Let's go tripping. We're going to tripping down the Grass Lake Interpretive Trail right now here in Maplewood State Park. And we're starting out with a hill right away. Yes, I'm looking forward to it anyways. Well, that was quick. I'm not even to the first hill. I'm just at the beginning of it. And look what we got already. Got a little sign there telling us about the maple syrup. They use in the, you know, we are in Maplewood State Park, so this must be part of the thing here. So, let's see. Sugar maple sap is sweet and flavorful. American Indians knew this and passed on sugaring to the pioneers. Sugaring means tapping maples in the spring when the sap is running. The sap is gathered and boiled down at the sugar shack to make either a syrup or a sugar. It takes 30 to 40 gallons of sap to produce 1 gallon of syrup. Wow, look at that. Man alive. Huh. But let's take a look up into the trees. Gosh, look at that. And looking up to the trees there, you know, hey, and looking up at the trees, look at the down. Look at all these are trees here, small tiny trees. And just look at all the maple. Just entirely, see all those, I'll get a little higher here. All about, you know, about a foot and a half up from the ground, those leaves there, all that greenery, entirely maple leaves. Look at that. Yeah, they're most of them about a foot and a half high. Man, isn't that amazing? And seeing all that, you'll see why Maplewood is a very fitting name for the state park. Let's go up the hill again. Just look at this now. Only gone just a little ways. Look where I'm at now. Gosh, looking in the sun there, but look that way. That prairie grass. Like they got a field of prairie grass here. So I just came out of thick woods, and now I am in the prairie. And I see another interpretive sign again. Yeah, so it tells a little bit of the homesteading. And what we notice about this this opening here, this clearing, obviously to me, at one time in the past, it was farmed, it was a field. And they've restored it to a prairie. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, we have gone from Maple Woods into Prairie, and we're going down there back into the woods. Maple Woods. Gosh, it's so beautiful. Even without the peak colors. Just so. Wow. So quiet. Just me making noise now. You want me to shut up? Yes, I know you said yes. Okay, let's head on down the trail. Okay, been walking down the trail here and in the woods again, still in the woods. The woods has kind of changed from earlier. You remember how thick it was, and you know had along the floor had all those maple maple trees and all those maple leaves. Well, you take a look here and how it's changed in right here. Right here, it's largely basically clear. It doesn't have that floor of maple leaves. And that's that is the direction we are going. And one more thing I want to show from right at this spot. There's the lake, Grass Lake, through the trees down there. Yeah, it's beautiful. And that's the direction we've come from. Kind of cool walking through here. Well, actually, it's beyond cool. Well, it's kind of like thinking about. I kind of get that feeling. You know that that show, the TV show, the Walking Dead. You know, sometimes where they're filming, they're out in woods that would look like this. I kind of get that same kind of feeling, like if we really were, it really was the Walking Dead. It'd be like this, walking through woods like this. Oh no, look out, walker! You gotta keep looking over your shoulder all the time. I probably should keep looking over my shoulder just in case. You never know when the zombie apocalypse will happen. If it did, I guess I wouldn't mind being out here. Because right here, there's like nobody around. Wouldn't have to worry about walkers for quite a while. Let's continue on down the trail. Alright, we're at the ever famous fork in the road. And okay, we've got a sign here. Grass Lake Interpretive Trail to the right. Cataract Lake Trail straight ahead. Of course, we're doing the Grass Lake Interpretive Trail, but here in Maplewood they have lots of trails to go down. Let us take a quick look at that. But there's one trail right there, one of the many. So if you come up to Maplewood someday, Maplewood State Park, there's plenty of trails to walk down. We are approaching a structure. Now I have to think to myself, is it natural or man-made? And I am so glad that they have that sign here, so I can kind of figure a building we didn't finish, No, that's not it at all. It's actually a home for one of the most misunderstood inhabitants of Maplewood, the bat. Why build bats a house? Okay, we are looking at a bat house. Despite their creepy reputations, bats are actually friendly neighbors. I'll let you look at that while I read it. Okay, bats are actually friendly neighbors. Minnesota has 7 species of bats. All 7 feed on the seasonally abundant flying insects. They definitely make our friend list, as a single bat can consume 3,000 to 7,000 insects per night. Wow. And I didn't just say wow, I read it. See? Okay, we got a bat house. Oh well, I ain't gonna dig into there. I'll just let sleeping bats lie or hang, however they sleep. Okay, up ahead we are approaching a bridge. And why should I be telling you about it? I have a better idea. I'll turn the camera around and let you look. There's our bridge. Lake there. I'm just gonna go stand on the bridge and then I'll stop and take a look around. There's a slight breeze here. That's not too bad. And lily pads. And once again, Grass Lake. Let's take a look where we come from. Take a look the other way here. And the direction we're going. Looks like we're going to be heading into a thick part of the trail again. Thick vegetation. Let's do it. Okay. Right now, along this trail, Grass Lake Interpretive Trail, I am now on the steepest hill that I've been on yet. Hey, that's kind of got the sun there. That's looking down, and that bridge is down there. You can't even see it, but going uphill here. This is what it looks like here. Take a turning around and going up. Boy. But I've been on worse. You know, like in the mountains. But we got hills here. Alright, good news. I've got another hill. But the good thing is, we're going down. Going down instead of up. Let's see, let's take a look at this. What does say? Drift. Okay, it's telling about the glaciers. Sand, gravel, and rocks called drift. When they stop moving, they deposit their drift along their melting perimeters. Wow, the glacial drift in this area is among the deepest in the state, up to 400 feet deep. Man alive. Oh man. Kind of see a little map there of ice. And we would be somewhere about, somewhere about in there. That's where we are. Approximately. So I am walking on glacier drifts. Ooh, gotta take it easy going down this hill. A bridge, a bridge, we have a bridge, another bridge. My lord, we got a bridge. Oh boy. Oh, this time we got the river. Well, okay, not a river. Okay, I'm kind of looking at that. Gosh, okay, we got this sign here. Maybe it says something about lakes and ponds go through a transition from an open water habitat. I'll read, you can just look. Okay, through a transition from an open water habitat to forested habitat. Look near the bridge, see the mound of soil and ticks. Beavers created this pond and it has slowly filled in. Wetlands trap and accumulate eroded sediments. This eventually provides footing for plants, which in turn flourish, die, and add their mass to the sedimentation. Do you think this could ever happen to Grass Lake? Probably, but it will take hundreds or even thousands of years. Okay. Oh my gosh. So I look at that. That is made by beaver. That's what I was thinking when I decided to read that, just to make sure. Ah, man, isn't that so cool? Look at that. Huh. And there's Grass Lake there. Gosh. So cool. I'm glad I took this walk. Gosh, there we go. Look at the color come out, the green. Gosh, isn't that beautiful? Look at that green, that color. It's just something amazing. Green, kind of got a tinge of yellow in some of them. Gosh, the sun come out just at the right time. Let's take a look up. Yeah. Gosh, this is awesome. And of course, one thing I really like, I'm the only one out here. Haven't crossed any other people at all. Isn't that awesome? Not that I'm selfish, but it's really nice being out here in nature, having the whole trail to myself. Okay. Now I'm right on the shore of Grass Lake, and let's take a look. This is the best view, well, at least where you can see pretty much the whole lake unobstructed. So let's take a look at the lake for you. And on the shoreline that way. Of course, the campground over there. That's the campground that's across the lake from the one I'm at. And looking that way, it's across the lake for where I'm standing. And look how still and calm the water is. And over there we're looking right now, it's in that direction is where the campground I'm staying at is at. Beyond in those trees over there. You got the sun that way. They can look down that's the direction we just came from. And that's the direction we're going. Kind of got a little hill here again, but Let's tackle it. Okay, looks like, look where we're at. Grass Lake Interpretive Trail. And just right there is where we're at right now. That's where I came from. There's no campground, so I have a choice. Either I walk back on the trail all the way back around, or I could just walk through the campground down the road and go in that way. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk down on the road, so I circle the entire lake. But that was an excellent walk. That was really very enjoyable. So, thanks for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure enjoyed it. It was a beautiful walk. I'm glad I took it. I'm so glad I saw that when I walked around the campground in the previous video. Ended up seeing this and felt, man, that was nice. That's how it works sometimes. And once again, thanks for joining me for this video. Thanks for watching, and let's go tripping.